To princes vanished, a crown was seized, and a king's reputation was destroyed forever. This is the true story of King Richard III. King Richard III was born in 1452 into a kingdom torn apart by civil war. England was locked in the Wars of the Roses, a brutal struggle between the royal families, the House of York and the House of Lancaster. Richard was the youngest son of the Yorkist leader, and from an early age he grew up surrounded by betrayal, shifting loyalties, and violence. These wars taught him one lesson above all else: power was never given, it was taken. As a young man, Richard proved himself on the battlefield. He was loyal to his brother King Edward IV and became known as a skilled military commander. Unlike the monster later stories would describe, Richard was respected by many in the north of England as a fair administrator, and a man who kept order in chaotic times. He was not born a king, but circumstances were slowly pushing him toward the crown. Everything changed in 1483 when Edward IV died suddenly. The throne should have passed to Edward's young son. Edward V. Richard was named Lord Protector, meant to rule until the boy came of age. But within weeks, the young king and his brother were placed in the Tower of London and then vanished. History would remember them as the princes in the tower. To this day, no one knows for certain what happened to them, but suspicion fell heavily on Richard. Soon after, Richard claimed the throne for himself, becoming King Richard III. His reign was short, lasting just over 2 years. He tried to strengthen the law, limit corruption, and protect the poor, but rumors and fear followed him. Powerful enemies rallied around a distant claimant, Henry Tudor, who promised an end to years of bloodshed. In 1485, the two sides met at the Battle of Bosworth Field. Richard fought bravely, leading a direct charge toward Henry Tudor himself, but he was surrounded, struck down, and killed in battle, the last English king to die on the battlefield. With his death, the Plantagenet dynasty ended and the Tudor era began. Richard's physical appearance also became part of the legend. Later writers claimed he was twisted and deformed, using his body as proof of an evil soul. Modern science tells a different story. The discovery of his remains revealed that Richard suffered from scoliosis, a curvature of the spine, but he was not the grotesque figure propaganda made him out to be. He lived, fought, and ruled effectively despite it, challenging centuries of exaggerated myth. Centuries later, Richard's reputation was shaped by his enemies and by Shakespeare, who turned him into a symbol of ambition and evil. In 2012, his remains were discovered beneath a parking lot, reminding the world that behind the legend was a real man, complex and human, shaped by a violent age. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.